Hi guys, this is Dan. Thank you for tuning in. For those of you that are to Engelgeist, this is my channel. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. I greatly appreciate it. They help to keep the channel going. They make the channel somewhat financially soluble. Especially do daily readings every day. These are all signs. These readings are created for the collective, so they are all signs. They're not sign specific. They are energies that are out there that we are experiencing or could be experiencing potentially. If we're paying attention, right? We experience things collectively all the time. Like, let's look at Ukrainian wars, pandemics, peace on the planet, Christmas. There's lots of collective energies that we can partake in and enjoy or dislike at the same time. So these readings are meant to keep you aware of what could be going on around you. It doesn't necessarily always have to be a bad thing, right? It could be a shared collective energy that's actually beneficial to us. And that's mainly the reason why I do this. If the reading makes sense to a certain aspect in your life or certain person you're dealing with or a certain situation you're involved in, great. Please utilize the reading to the best of your ability. Help it to use it to support you and validate you in your decision making. Don't allow the reading to make the decision for you, though. That's not why they're here. To further understand that concept, please read my drop-down menu on any of the daily readings. In there is just a little bit of stuff on how to support the channel and things I want you to think about when you're utilizing the channel. Ways to support the channel, I just have to say this because every YouTuber does, is please hit that thumbs up button, like the content if you enjoyed the reading. Please let your friends know about me. I'm a very small passion project channel and I want to be bigger. I want to have further reach. So please share the video out, put it on your social media, holler at your peeps and be like, hey, this guy's kind of cool. Check him out. Put it in your social groups where it's accepted. Don't put it anywhere where people would get upset by it. That's not the point of the channel, okay? Beyond that, if it fits, great. If it fits, quit. And if it doesn't, then it's okay too. If this reading doesn't make sense to your life or you're like, what is this guy talking about? I don't feel this way. This doesn't connect with me in any way, shape, or form. That doesn't necessarily mean that things are wrong or bad or you're doing anything incorrectly. What it means is that you might possibly be working on something different at this time. It may just not be your reading, and that's okay. Okay. The other thing is this reading is created for originally. Are we already at the 21st? Yes, we are. So this is for Friday the 22nd. Not mad at that. End of the week, master number 22. Get it? Friday, April 22nd. But it's not solely set for that date, meaning if you're seeing this video out of tune, right? Or out of time, I should say. Let's say you're seeing it on Wednesday, January 1st of, 2028. Still watch the reading. It might have a meaning for you. It may have popped up in your feed on purpose through synchronicity or through spirit, and the reading may make sense to you then. So you don't have to be stuck on the day. Or if you're a day behind and you're reading the readings and they still make sense, you're watching the readings and they still seem to be, strangely connecting for you, that's okay too. For those of you that watch regularly, you know how it works. I will refer back to the Sunday reading. And that Sunday reading, when you hear me talking about cards that you don't actually see on the screen, is the underpinning energy. I do a weekly reading every Sunday that I put out that lets us know kind of what the theme of the week will be underneath the cards that we look at every day. So I kind of add a layer of just sort of what could potentially be going on. Now, this week was very much an internal week, is what it felt like to me. So check out that Sunday reading in the lower left-hand corner at the end of this reading. But I feel like what's been happening, even though Sunday's reading felt very internal, I feel like the cards are turning on us. In essence, we're taking what we're learning internally from the cards that we saw on Sunday, and we're putting it out there, right? In ways that suit us, benefit us. And the reason why I say that is the last 2 days of readings have been kind of extroverted in a way, if that makes any sense. We had the Ace of Cups on, we've had quite a bit actually. We've had the Six of Wands at the beginning of the week on Monday, which is very much an external card. But the Two of Wands was then a internal card again about contemplation of what we desire. Then we had the Ace of Cups, which is about sort of like the release of that desire or the awareness of that desire coming into our space, flooding our space and not overwhelming us, but like just giving us a revitalized newness to it all. And then yesterday, oh shit, I didn't write him down. Oh God. I know we had the King of Wands. No, King of Swords. King is spelled with a G, Dan, not kind of swords. King of Swords. And we had air. What was the... Oh, shit. It was like the air fairy. Hold on, maybe I'm opening the book. Air Spirit. Air Spirit, which also was an air sign. So very much in the mind yesterday. And the word was knowledge, right? So speaking of mind... And I felt like we were putting that out, and then the word was forgive. So like, where and how can we forgive ourselves? The word this week, as far as the grounding stone is concerned, is that idea of give, which kind of coincides with forgive, right? But it's this idea of generosity. Where can we offer grace to both ourselves and others? So let's look and see what today's cards have in store for us. So we have the Two of Pentacles. Not mad at her. She looks like she's having a good time. She got her purse swinging. She got the sun swinging over here, where she's got a pentagram in the sun. Like, she's working her magic. The Two of Pentacles. Twos to me are always about, I think, companionship and relations, right? They can be about close relations with another individual outside of ourselves, but they can also be about the building of the relationship within ourselves. Oftentimes when I think about my readings, I try and gear them towards the viewer as a singular person, right? So some of you could be not struggling, but trying to find balance within a relationship. Let's say that, okay? That relationship may be within yourself, or it may be with another individual. But either way, you are trying to maintain and find the right mixture, the right balance, the right centeredness, the right groundedness, the right discernment, right? Because centeredness, groundedness, and discernment all fall in the beauty of this a suit of pentacles to me. It's earth, right? So we're talking about being, connected to the earth, solid in our answers, solid in our decisions, ready to move forward, what's the word? Why am I not drawing the word today? Sorry, I've been running around cleaning the house today. I don't know what's going on with me. I have this burst of energy this morning. This deliberate is a good word, like in a deliberate sort of steady way, right? That's how I associate the Pentacle suit, right? The Two of Pentacles oftentimes is the most kind of unsteady of the suit, I feel like, right? Because it is about maintaining that balance and finding that rhythm or finding that connection to ourselves, right? What I love about the design of this card that this artist, Chris Annis, created is not only is she tethered to like the sun here and the pentagram and nature, but she's also tethered to the material world, and she has a pentagram on her purse. So it's kind of like taking some of that spiritual energy or some of that, our connection to the natural world and kind of balancing it and grounding it and making it happen and be productive for us in the material world. In this particular design, I'm feeling that. She's learning it as she goes. She sort of is having a little bit of joy. She almost looks like she's dancing, but she may not quite know the steps yet, is my feeling, right? So as we learn the steps today, yesterday, like I said, we were informed by that King of Swords. So our intellect has been, reestablished. Our intelligence, our communication, our wisdom, all of that has been sort of reestablished. And now we're maybe putting it to practical use and trying to settle in with it with this Two of Pentacles. Now, what I was going to say is we had those fours in the Sunday reading, and one of them was the Four of Pentacles at the midweek, but we're now moving into the Four of Cups, right? And the Four of Pentacles can feel a bit about like holding off, holding back, hiding out, trying to steady things. Those two fours to me are about finding that steadiness. This Two of Pentacles is about putting that steadiness to practical action in our real world. Underneath this now, because we are at Friday, would be that we're shifting from that Four of Pentacles into the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups can be about like reluctance or not wanting to make a decision, holding back again emotionally. But I think, to be honest, because we saw that Ace of Cups in the midweek, we're actually really aware of what we want emotionally and what we want intelligently. Intelligently, that's not even a real word. You know what I mean. And what we want intellectually. And now this Two of Pentacles shows up to show us how to go about creating that for ourselves. How do we sort of tether these energies, these ideas, these desires, and put them into practical, real-world material creation? Okay, so it should be an exciting time. Now, this material creation can be around your relationships. It can be around your relationship to yourself. It can be around your job. Pentacles energy is definitely a job, money, income, material possessions suit, right? It rules those things, definitely. But it can also be our relationship to others, right? And the material aspect of that relationship. Do not chew the furniture, please. So keeping that in mind, if we're feeling a little off balance today, if we're feeling like things need a little finessing, that's okay. That's what the Two of Pentacles is here to teach us, to show us, to guide us in a way so that we can find and maintain that balance, get steady, and then move forward, okay? So this is where I feel like the cards are actually turning extrovert on us, and we're placing our action into what we looked at on Sunday, which felt very internal to me, right? So there's stuff, like what I'm going to say is there's stuff that's going on within us that we are like not only learning, but we're also placing outward and trying to put into action, if that makes sense, emotionally, mentally, and now with this Two of Pentacles, physically. Right? We're trying to take action on those feelings, those thoughts, those communications, those desires, and making them work for them, harnessing them and making them into productive, practical, beneficial things for us. That's that purse hanging from her, right? That's her tethering the power of that sun and then bringing it down into that purse. She may not be great at it, but give her grace because, and again, there's that word give yourself some grace that maybe we're just learning the process as we go, and allow yourself to learn and sort of become the student so that you can then be the teacher, if that makes sense. Wow, that sounded so spiritual. All right, so let's look at the Sacred Forest Oracle. And again, thank you to Jen for sending me these Denise Linn decks. They have been amazing, and I absolutely love them. All right, here's our old friend Aspen Spirit, which is courage. We've seen this before, and the blue butterflies always get me around this card. This is like the third time we've seen this card in this month, I believe. Let me just see. What was Sunday's? It was Bluebell Fairy, which was gratitude. Okay. Last week, I think we saw Aspen Spirit courage twice, right? There's a transformation here. There's an end game goal. That is the castle that we see with the light behind it through the thicket of trees, right? I remember the story about the Aspen Spirit. It's about the connectivity of being connected to a larger community or whole through their root system, and how we are not alone as we learn how to maybe be more productive or maintain balance in our relationships or at work or in our life. I don't want to say that she's struggling, but she's challenged, let's say. The Two of Pentacles always does represent sort of a challenge to find that balance. As she's being challenged, she needs this to maintain this courage and understand she's not alone as she's learning, or you're not alone as you're learning new ways of balancing your life and putting it into a more materially beneficial perspective, okay? So let me read Aspen Spirit to you. So Aspen Spirit courage. In the forest, you can hear the whispering of the trees in the aspen grove. Your awareness sinks beneath the surface. You sense the aspen's networks of roots. And that would also be grounding, guys, which is definitely Pentacles energy, which allows each tree to connect with the rest of the grove. This connection also makes them a single organism, united at a soul level, that can live for thousands of years. If the Aspen Spirit card has shown up in your life today, it brings a message of courage, protection, community, and the ability to face and overcome obstacles in life. Know that you are protected and you are safe. You are ready to step forward with courage and grace, no matter what seems to be blocking your ways. And that's some of the Two of Pentacles, that sort of like maintaining that balance. She's learning the dance, right? She's learning the steps in the moment. The Aspen network of roots is a sign that you should be open to support from others, Combine your effort with like-minded individuals. You don't need to do it all alone. This may be a good time to bond with people over a creative project or a community endeavor. In Celtic tradition, the aspen was associated with community, endurance, and protection. The Celts chose the wood of the aspen tree to make their battle shields, to protect them from spiritual as well as physical harm. It sheltered the soul from its deepest fears. Aspen was thought to be the teacher of fearlessness and carried a message of strength in facing the unknown. The spirit of Aspen says, the energy of your inner spiritual warrior is ready to step forward, to face any challenges or blockages in life. Be willing to accept help and be fearless. So there's a transformation taking place with those blue butterflies. There's something new or some new path, some new endeavor that we might be taking on today through this Two of Pentacles that we need to be fearless about going after, even if we don't feel like we completely know how, right? Here is your grounding stone for the day. This is just a principle or an idea that you want to ground in. Now, it is on obsidian, which would be an extremely grounding stone because it's the color black. Obsidian also is very much able to ward off all sort of negative energies, people's opinions, all of that sort of stuff. So I feel like with this grounding stone, we are definitely protected, like the Aspen Spirit card says. The word is vision. Maintaining that vision, the vision that we saw yesterday within the King of Swords, right? In his thoughts, and also in the day before in the Ace of Cups, like whatever vision we have for ourselves emotionally, keeping that vision and then stepping forward in courage and learning to find that, not perfect, because perfect is always a trap to me. I don't like the word perfect, but learning to find that productive mix that we see here that she is trying to learn in this Two of Pentacles will help to bring us forward. Emotionally, underneath this is that Four of Cups. We may not necessarily feel like we know exactly how, but fours are always about stability. So while we're learning, maintaining that emotional stability and keeping that focus on being brave, being courageous, knowing we're not alone, and keeping that vision in our sight of what we want will lead us there. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense, you guys. I think it's a really powerful day today to make shifts or changes that, although they may feel slightly unknown, different, or new, and they may require us to be courageous and hold sight of our vision, but as we take those steps, we could be creating something new and wonderful for ourselves further down the line. Does that make sense? I think it does. So that is your reading for the day. Thank you so much, you guys, for tuning in. For all of you that support me, I really appreciate it. I appreciate all the comments. I appreciate, please hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. And again, let your friends know about me, post my videos wherever you know how. I'm not the most tech savvy of people. I like to read cards, not, I'm not online that much. And you can find me through my Linktree links if you need to find me online to follow me. All right, have a great day and take care and really enjoy this energy, guys. All right, bye-bye.